Good evening and welcome to Global Sports Tonight, where we bring you the stories that define the spirit of competition. Our top headline: Aryna Sabalenka, world number 1 and reigning U.S. Open champion, returned to the court in Wuhan, China, for her first match since lifting her Grand Slam trophy in New York. It was a night that tested not only her skill, but her composure. After more than a month away from competitive play, Sabalenka faced Slovakia's Rebeka Sramkova, ranked 68th in the world, a player with nothing to lose and everything to prove. The Belarusian powerhouse began the match visibly rusty, her rhythm stuttering, her shots landing wide, and her serve struggling to find its usual precision. For the first time since her U.S. Open triumph, she looked vulnerable, and as Sramkova struck boldly from the baseline, Sabalenka lost the opening set, 4-6, leaving the Wuhan crowd momentarily stunned. But champions don't stay down for long. Sabalenka regrouped, took a deep breath, and in the second set began to find her footing. Gone was the hesitation that plagued her in the opener. She adjusted her timing, steadied her serve, and rediscovered the depth that has become her trademark. Point by point, rally by rally, she pushed Sramkova back. The Slovak, who had been dictating with flat, aggressive strokes, suddenly found herself on the defensive. Sabalenka's grunts grew louder, her footwork sharper, and her trademark roar after each winner reignited the crowd. At 3-2, she secured the crucial break, a turning point that shifted the energy entirely. From there, she dominated, sealing the second set 6-3. It was a show of resilience, of a champion adjusting mid-match, and of an athlete learning to win again after a break that had clearly dulled her edges. The third set was pure Sabalenka. Gone were the double faults and frustrated glances. In their place came relentless aggression and controlled fury. She broke Sramkova's serve early and never looked back. The power in her ground strokes, so overwhelming at her best, returned in full force, and the top seed moved through the court like a storm, rediscovering its center. By now, Sramkova's resistance was fading. She had fought bravely, but Sabalenka's momentum was unstoppable. The final set ended swiftly, 6-1, as Sabalenka let out a triumphant yell, lifting her arms to the crowd that had embraced her as one of their own. The scoreline, 4-6, 6-3, 6-1, only hinted at the emotional intensity of the match. It was more than a win. It was a statement, a reminder that the world number 1 remains hungry, focused, and ready to extend her dominance into the Asian swing. After the match, Sabalenka smiled, visibly relieved. "I knew it wouldn't be easy after the break," she told reporters, "but I'm glad I found my rhythm in the second set. I stepped in and played really great tennis." Her praise for Sramkova was gracious. "She played incredible tennis, especially in the first set. There wasn't much I could do," she admitted. It's this mix of humility and intensity that has endeared her to fans worldwide. Sabalenka's victory also carried personal meaning. Wuhan is a special city for her. She's won here 3 times before, in 2018, 2019, and again in 2024, after the tournament's 3-year hiatus during the pandemic. Locals affectionately call her the Daughter of Wuhan, a title she embraces with pride and humor. "First I was Daughter of China, then Queen of Fried Rice," she laughed, referencing her fondness for local cuisine. "Now they call me Tiger. I love that. It feels like home." Indeed, Wuhan and Sabalenka share a history of triumph. Her first major title on Chinese soil cemented her as one of the sport's fiercest competitors. Each return feels like a reunion, with fans who've seen her grow from a raw talent into the world's top player. But tonight's victory wasn't just nostalgia. It was a necessary test. Given a bye into the second round, Sabalenka entered without match practice and the signs of rust were clear. Early double faults gifted Sromkova an advantage. The Slovak, undeterred by reputation, played brave tennis, firing deep, flat drives that pushed Sabalenka off balance. For much of the first set, she dictated rallies, even out-hitting the Belarusian at times. But Sabalenka's hallmark is her mental endurance. As the match wore on, she adjusted her serve placement, began reading Sromkova's patterns, and by the decider, turned what looked like a dangerous upset into a clinical finish. Her next challenge will come in the form of Russia's Lyudmila Samsonova, who earlier defeated Sofia Kenin 3-6, 6-3, 6-1. It promises to be a high-octane matchup, two powerful hitters with heavy serves and fearless mindsets. Elsewhere in Wuhan, third seed Coco Gauff continued her strong form, racing past Japan's Moyuka Uchijima in just 51 minutes. The American teenager dropped only 5 points on serve, reminding everyone why she's one of the sport's rising stars. Jessica Pegula, meanwhile, endured a marathon battle against fellow American Haley Baptiste. After nearly 3 hours and 7 match points, Pegula scraped through 6-4, 4-6, 7-6. The American duo's contrasting paths highlight the unpredictable nature of this tournament, a mix of dominance and drama that keeps fans glued to every match. Elsewhere, Japan's 4-time major champion Naomi Osaka suffered a disappointing defeat, falling 7-6, 6-3 to Czech rising star Linda Noskova. Noskova, ranked 17th, has been one of the revelations of the Asian swing, following her runner-up finish in Beijing earlier this month. Osaka's timing and movement looked slightly off, though her ground strokes still carried flashes of her trademark brilliance. Meanwhile, the oppressive Wuhan heat continued to test the field. Czech 12th seed Karolina Muchova was forced to retire due to exhaustion, while trailing Poland's Magdalena Frech. The extreme humidity has become a talking point among players, prompting renewed discussions on scheduling and player recovery. But for Sabalenka, the conditions seem to fuel her, a player who thrives in intensity, who channels discomfort into dominance. It's that fire that continues to separate her from the rest. As Sabalenka moves forward, her focus remains steady, to defend her Wuhan title and solidify her claim as the sport's most complete player in 2025. With 4 Grand Slam titles and a consistency few can match, she has evolved from raw power to refined precision. Her return today was more than a victory. It was a reassertion of identity. The world number 1, tested and triumphant, reminded us that greatness isn't measured by perfection, it's measured by persistence. "I've won so many tournaments here," she said with a smile. "It really feels like home." And perhaps that's what makes her story so compelling. In every roar, every comeback, and every swing of the racket, Aryna Sabalenka plays not just to win, but to belong. And as the Wuhan crowd cheered her name into the humid night, it was clear, the daughter of this city has returned, and she's not done yet.